Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back. I'm super excited for this video because we're going to be talking all about my June favorites. I have a bunch of amazing products to share with y'all, things that I've been reaching for all month long. I just checked and only one thing that I have to talk about is new. Everything else I've had in my collection for a while. I've been loving for a long time, so maybe this will be a favorites video that'll inspire you to dig back into your own stash versus going and shopping. I know favorites videos can be fun either way, but let's just go ahead and jump on in. Okay, so the first favorite that I have to talk about is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. I have the shade Fair and I have just been loving this foundation again. I've actually gone through, I can't remember if I've used 1 or 2 tubes of this already, but I pulled it back out for summer and I was just reminded again of how much I enjoy this foundation. Unfortunately, the shade is a little bit dark for me, so I can only use it during summer. If it was a better shade, I would probably be using it all year round. But I just love this CC cream because, well, for one, it's not even a CC cream. It's straight up a foundation. I feel like it just gets you with the name. But it looks so beautiful on the skin. It has a beautiful glow. It's what I'm wearing today. I feel like it has really decent coverage. I would say like medium coverage. But it just stays really, really well, even when it's like a hot summer day, even when I'm sweating. I do have dry skin, so I will preface it with that, but still, I feel like there's definitely foundations that I've tried that are like glowy, natural foundations, and then I go out and I do anything, even just like walking in the sun, and I'm like touching my face, like feeling the foundation come off, or like using my phone, feeling the foundation come off on that. But I feel like for me, this foundation stays really, really well and it lasts through even not the most amazing conditions. So it's been my constant go-to recently. And then I have a concealer favorite to mention. So this is the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer and I have the shade LG1. I've talked about the foundation from LYS quite a bit. I actually have it right in front of me. You can see it's dirty, it's missing its cap. Like I'm reaching for this all the time. So I really loved this foundation. I ended up picking up the concealer because I love the foundation, but unfortunately the concealer is not really much lighter than the foundation at all. I find them to be pretty much the same shade on my skin. So even though this is like said it's like a brightening concealer, I wasn't really using it for under my eyes or anything. Since I've gotten it, I've just been using it as a spot concealer. It works really great for that because it does have good coverage. But recently, because I've been using the IT Cosmetics CC cream, I decided to go ahead and try this out as a concealer with that. It's what I have underneath my eyes today and I just really, really love it. I feel like it has like a really nice tone to it. And I feel like the texture is just super pretty. It has like this soft glow, but it doesn't like, I don't know, I feel like I've seen so many like glowy natural concealers that are a little bit too natural. You feel like your bags are still being seen. You feel like the concealer is not exactly staying where it's supposed to, or that it's like, because it's like not as matte, it's like moving around. I don't know, I feel like I've seen similar things from other concealers, but this one just seems to stay really, really nice under the eyes. I feel like it looks very smooth. The glowiness doesn't necessarily make it look glowy. It just makes it look extremely natural under the eyes and it makes it so that my under eyes don't look dry. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like the formula of this is really, really nice. If you can find a shade that's right for you, I feel like it's worth a shot to try it out. Another favorite, this is a reoccurring favorite at this point. I think this might be my 3rd month in a row talking about it, so I won't talk about it too much, but I just had to mention again the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. So in love. It is so, so good. I've never had a cream bronzer blend like this one does. Even today, just experimenting, I was like, let me try and blend it out with a sponge. It blended so easy. Like if you want to use cream bronzer and you just always find yourself thinking it takes too long, it doesn't blend in right, whatever, 1,000% recommend trying out this bronzer. I have the shade Power Boost, and even mine, like when I tried it, I like saw the shade and I thought it might be a little bit too dark for me, but y'all, look at how it blends out. Like it just blends so nice, so easy. I've used my fingers, I've used brushes, I've used a sponge now, and like I feel like you just can't go wrong with this bronzer. I can't even imagine what you would have to do with this for it like to not work for you. So yeah, I kind of regret not buying this sooner because I heard hype about this, but I didn't really think that much of it. I was like, oh, like it's a bronzer stick, like whatever, like like I'll try it when I try it. But now that I've tried it, I'm like, I understand why people were raving, and I'm happy to be part of the rave. Next, I have a little bit of a boring favorite, but I just thought I'd mention it really quickly. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Powder. I have the shade Fair 1, and I just have been really enjoying this for a very natural set to my skin. So this has like a tiny bit of color to it, but I don't know if you can tell. It's sheer, like you can't see it at all. It doesn't have any coverage to it, but I just feel like for what I like to do, which is to use powder very, very lightly, it's been doing a really great job. Most of the times recently, I've been using this for a little bit underneath my eyes, a little bit kind of in the area of my face on the center where I tend to get a little more glowy, when it's hot outside. So this has just been really, really good for me. And like I said, it's kind of a boring favorite. It's just a powder, nothing super special. It just gets the job done. I have been using it pretty much every single day without any issues. It's a pretty affordable powder. I have one more boring favorite also from ColourPop. I feel like ColourPop sometimes can be really good. Like there's those like staple products that are kind of boring. So this is the ColourPop Brow Gel. I have the shade Blonde. I just love this brow gel. I feel like it is so easy if you are a lazy brow person, which has been me recently. Most days, especially because like I've been going on different trips and stuff, or I've just been lazy in general with my makeup, or when I do my makeup more naturally, I just like to brush through my brows with this real quick and go. Like I feel like the wand is super, super small. The shade is perfect. Like I know it says blonde, but I find it to be the perfect shade for my tone of red hair. And I feel like it does have enough pigment to it that it does coat the hairs really well. I feel like this is the perfect brow gel if you already have like a decent amount of brow hair. You're not trying to like make things that aren't there. You're just trying to fill it in. And actually this one is starting to kind of get towards the end of its life. I've already repurchased this like 4 times. And I think the 5th one is coming soon. So now let's talk about eyeshadow palettes, because to me I feel like that's the best part of any favorites video. So I'll start off really quickly with the only thing in this video that's a bit more new. So that is going to be the Adept House of Elle palette. Honestly, y'all, I was not expecting to love this palette as much as I do, but the shimmers in here are everything. Last time I saw their website, this was still available, but I don't know, it could already be gone forever. But if you do have it, then you know, like I just had to talk about it for a second. The shimmers in here are just so stunning. Like they have been making me want to do beautiful warm eye looks, and I've just reached for this more than I thought. This shade Jor-El and Laura Van Elle are super beautiful too, just for like a little bit something softer. Yeah, I mean, there's just not that much to say other than these shimmers are like another level, and I love them so much. Like, look at those. So pretty. And then I have 2 palettes from Sydney Grace I've been using a ton recently. I actually have both of these on my eyes today. So one is the Enduring Love palette. I know y'all have heard me talk about this so many times, but I haven't really talked about it that much recently. I feel like it's been a few months that I've been playing with other palettes, getting cool tones from different places, but I pulled this back out again and I have just been loving it. I feel like honestly, what I've been reaching for mostly out of this palette is the top row. Like I think these 4 shades right here, not even the last one, just these 4 shades give me like the most perfect like rosy soft eye look. Even this shade right here, which normally like looking in the palette is not like a standout shade for me. I feel like with these other pink tones around it, it just looks so pretty. And then I've also been reaching for this shade a lot, which is like the most stunning silvery gold. So I've been loving that. And then I have been loving the Tiny Marvels palette. Honestly, I feel like as time goes on, this might be my favorite palette from Sydney Grace. And I don't know, I think it's such a special palette, but I love the colors that are in here. I brought this with me to New York and basically did my eye looks with this every single day, like doing green looks. One day I asked my boyfriend, I was like, what color should I do? He's like, you should do something more colorful. And I'm like, okay, so what out of this palette does that mean? You know what he picked? The gold. I was like, you're so basic, but I did do a look with it and I really liked it. And then I also did a look like focusing on the mauves and stuff a little bit more, did like a little pop of purple in the lower lash line. So I don't know, I just love this palette. Everything in here is super high quality. The shimmers are just beautiful. Can't get enough. So I've been reaching for that a ton the month of June. As far as lippies go, I've honestly been very, very basic. The Kaja Gloss Shot has been a go-to for me in the shade Milk Tea. It's honestly just like a super, super pale pink, but you can't even really tell. It just looks glossy on the lips. I've been using the Fenty Gloss Bomb a lot. I have that in my purse. And then I also have one of the Sigma lip tint oils in my purse as well. So it's basically been the same lip look every day. The only difference is sometimes I just throw on some of the Sol de Janeiro lip balm, which is delicious, by the way. It's so good, and keep it moving. So yeah, this is my only lippy favorite this month that I have to mention, really, but it's just a go-to. Super, super comfy, not sticky on the lips. I feel like it has a really, really pretty glossiness to it. So what more could I want? All right, y'all, so those are all of my favorites for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.